What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Thank you for being here. Today we're doing something pretty cool. I've got a custom order for a wedding knife, but they want a Lord of the Rings themed / influenced piece. And myself being a big Lord of the Rings fan, shocker, the guy that makes knives is into Lord of the Rings. Of course I said yes. So we're gonna go with a tall sort of cleaver style knife. I'm going with a bit of a sort of dark and worn theme for this to match the Lord of the Rings vibe. And we're gonna do some different sort of work on the handle that I've never done before. So if that sounds like something you're into, stick around. Should be pretty cool. Right, so I'm on to hand sanding, and I usually do it sitting down, but I'm trying something new by standing. I have this locked in my vise. It's really hot out right now. It's like apparently 45 degrees Celsius with the Humidex. Don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. I'm not gonna convert because I feel like I'm having a stroke. So let me hand sand this and then we'll talk about the handle. This part sucks. Okay, it's a new day. Yesterday I finished hand sanding both sides, and then I tapered my tang both directions, got my shoulders all squared up, so I'm good to go. Now the plan for this one is, since it's Lord of the Rings sort of themed / inspired, I'm gonna go for something like rustic and dark. So I got a piece of brass that's gonna go on the front of my handle. I'm going to patina finish it so it's nice and sort of weathered, and then a piece of rosewood. Now I wanted to go with something sort of plain and neutral with not too much crazy action like a burl or something curly, because I'm going to be carving into the handle and I don't want to take away from the carving, so it needs sort of a neutral backdrop. So I ordered a carving set yesterday, should be here today. Don't know if I'll get to it today. I gotta fit everything, shape the handle, get the handle hand sanded up to probably 600 before I actually start carving. So I've got a lot to do. And I also don't even know if I can carve this handle. It's not something I've done before. It's a bit of an experiment, and honestly I'm stressed because this is on a deadline. So I could finish this handle all the way, carve it, ruin it, and then I'm gonna have to start again. Which I really hope I don't do that. I'm a little worried. Yeah. Don't be like me if you want to keep your fingers. Okay, I've got this thing all done shaping off the belt sander. Now I just gotta hand sand it. So the idea is I'm gonna hand sand it up to 600 and then I'll start carving into it. It's a bit scary, honestly, because I'm gonna put a lot of work into this handle, and then before I even hand sand it, or sorry, before I even carve into it, and then I could carve into it and screw the whole thing up. So, not too excited about that. I've still got quite a bit to do before I actually get to the carving portion of the show. So, time to get it. Okay, the handle is done. I have fully sculpted it, done all the way up to 600 grit. So now it's time for me to carve into this thing. I have my outline of what I want to do. I drew it on one side, you can kind of see it there. So I've got the leaf of Lorien, which is the clip that the fellowship wears. And then I've got some vines and stuff going around that. I don't want to go too crazy because I've never done this before and I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. Doing my best to keep it fairly simple, whatever that means at this point, I don't know. I'm using these Japanese chisels. Pretty fine wood chisels, small chisels. I got them off Amazon. Now, here's the catch. I'm not gonna show you guys too much of this carving technique because it is not mine. I learned it from David Delagardelle. If you wanna look him up, he is a fantastic bladesmith. He does a lot of fantasy swords, Tolkien inspired stuff. This is his technique. I learned it from him. I don't want to share it because it's not mine to share. I'll show you a little bit, but for the most part, I'll just get a few clips here and there and then show you the end results. So, this is looking not too shabby. I'm really hoping that the cleanup process will really smooth things out and bring it home for me, because right now it doesn't look horrible. It looks pretty good. I'm quite happy, but again, I won't know until I put like my finishing touches on it. Anyways, I'm gonna do more to this. I want to carve the front bolster piece here now. I know it's just gonna add more work for me, but I think with the overall theme, it's gonna look real cool. It's really gonna tie it together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to carve with some round files, and it's going to leave like, I don't know how to explain this. I'm gonna go for, it kind of looks like a rope, and it kind of looks like it's roped around the edges. Really hard for me to explain this right now. I don't know what I'm saying, but maybe I'll just show you what I'm talking about. So here's where everything's at. I've got the front spacer slash bolster all finished. Looks really good. I'm really happy with how this is gonna, I feel like this is gonna tie the piece together real nice. Handle's all done. Just needs a coat of oil. Again, really happy with that. And the last thing I've got to do is just round the spine and the choil, and this thing is good to go. Time for me to wrap it up. That's it. That's all for this one, guys. Thanks for stopping by. I've never done any handle carving like that before, so it was really kind of fun to switch things up and try something new. But if you did like the video, make sure you leave a like and a comment. Maybe subscribe. I don't know. It helps me. It helps me. Like I said, that's it for this one. And I'll see you next time. Peace.